What's up everyone? Welcome to Get Cruise Ship Info and more. In today's cruise news update, we're looking at 11 key updates to be discussed. Before we jump right into it, please subscribe to my channel and stay updated with the latest cruise news. Let's get started. So at number 1, we have MSC Virtuosa, which is going to include 2 new specialty dining concepts. MSC Cruises announced that it'll be introducing 2 specialty concepts on board its next flagship, which is the MSC Virtuosa. These 2 specialty concepts include Ola Tacos and Cantina and Indochine Restaurant. MSC Cruises CEO Gianni Onorato stated that the dining experience on board MSC cruise ships is a gastronomic adventure with authentic food, globally inspired menus, and culinary artistry at the heart of their offering. As a company, they are in constant pursuit of new and exceptional experiences that showcase international cuisine, taking their guests on a gourmet journey of discovery. Overall, the Virtuosa will be offering 5 specialty restaurants, 5 main dining rooms, a 1,336-seat buffet, and 21 bars and lounges. Moving on to number 2, we have Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings executives who sell shares. According to SEC filings, senior executives at Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings sold off shares in the company on the 1st March 2021. President and CEO Frank Delorio sold 80,821 shares at an average price of $29.85 each for a total of $2,412,506.85. Harry Sommer, president of Norwegian brand, disposed of 18,854 company shares at the same price for a total of $562,791.90. Robert Binder, the president and CEO of Oceania, sold 21,278 shares at the same price, which is $29.85 each, for a total of $635,148.30. Jason Montag, president and CEO of Region 7C Cruises, sold 18,854 shares at $29.85 each for $562,791.90. Moving on to number 3, we have the Shimonoseki port in Japan, which is going to hold a seminar on cruise safety. The seminar is going to be conducted the same month, which is in March 2021. So the Japanese port of Shimonoseki will hold a seminar on the attraction of safety of cruising on 20th March. Keynote speeches will be delivered by Deputy Director General of Waterfront Vitalization and Environmental Research Foundation, Japan Cruise Research Institute, Kazuhiro Okita, and the President of MSC Cruises Japan, Olivero Morelli. The keynote speeches will be followed by a panel discussion with representatives of MSC Cruises Japan, Carnival Corporation Japan, Silver Sea Cruises, and Japan Long Course Ferry Service Association. The event will take place at Shimonoseki Grand Hotel between 1:30 and 4:30 p.m. local time in Japan. A live stream of the event will also be available. Now, according to the information from the port, those who wish to attend this event physically must apply by the 17th of March, and admission to the event is free. Let's move on to number 4. At number 4, we've got the Allure of the Seas, which has confirmed sailings to the Caribbean in the winter of 2022-2023. So Royal Caribbean International has announced that it's going to operate 7-night cruises in the Western Caribbean on board the Allure of the Seas in the winter of 2022-2023. The 5,400 passenger ship will be sailing from the new Royal Caribbean Cruise Terminal at Galveston, which is also in the news recently, in fact 2 days back. This is a special facility which was designed specifically for their overseas class ships. The construction of the terminal is set to begin in April 2021 for its opening in fall 2022. Moving on to the next, which is number 5. We have p&ocruises, which has confirmed short UK cruises in the summer of 2021. This is exciting because they released a press release which will be offering a series of short break and week-long cruises as the ultimate escape staycation in summer 2021. Following the recent government announcements and as the vaccine program is rolled out across the globe, p&ocruises can expect and begin to feel a sense of reassurance and hope that the current lockdown period in the UK will come to an end. Life can, with all hopes, slowly return to some resemblance from the previous normality as hospitality opens up and summer holidays can be booked with confidence. This was a quotation by P&ocruises President Paul Ludlow. Moving on to number 6. At number 6, we got Michael Bayley, who's scheduled to deliver a keynote address at the MHA event on April 22nd. Royal Caribbean International President and CEO will be delivering the keynote address at the Marine Hotels Association, which is the MHA, via a virtual conference and a trade show, which is going to be held on the 22nd April 2021. The MHA members can sign up to attend the conference with pricing starting at $250 per delegate or $1,000 for a virtual booth. It'll be MHA's first ever virtual event focusing specifically on how the industry is re-entering service after COVID-19. And it's well timed with an industry's full-scale restart. The full day's activity at the event include industry and subject matter speakers, panel discussions, a virtual expo, information and chat lounges, appointment calendar, networking breaks, and a chance to meet the industry session featuring the cruise line executives. Bayley, as President and CEO of Royal Caribbean International, is responsible for the cruise line's entire operation. This definitely looks like an exciting event to look for. We hope to get some video footage and updates as soon as the event is over. Moving on to number 7, Tradewin Voyages, which announced a change in their itinerary. Again, in a recent press release from Tradewin Voyages, it said that the company has made several changes to its 2021 program onboard the Golden Horizon in order to comply with the government's travel restrictions. And this is specifically for UK. So Jeremy McKenna, Tradewin Voyages Sales and Marketing Director, mentioned that it is of course disappointing to have to change our itineraries due to the restrictions imposed to combat the global pandemic. But he's also sure that the new voyages and destinations will be of great interest to their guests and travel partners. All the team at Tradewin Voyages are very excited to be taking delivery of the Golden Horizon in Portsmouth on the 22nd of June before she starts her global journey. Moving on to number 8, we have Princess Cruises, which has extended its UK pause, but they've added on new itineraries. So Princess Cruises announced that it is extending its pause in UK-based operations, sailing round trip from Southampton through September 25th, 2021 on the Sky Princess, Regal Princess and Island Princess. For UK guests, Princess Cruises will launch a series of short cruises departing in late summer on Regal Princess and Sky Princess from Southampton. Now these cruises will go on sale later this month, which is at the end of March. For guests booked on a cancelled voyage, Princess will offer to move guests to equivalent cruise in 2022. The rebooking process will have the added benefit of protecting the guests' 2021 fare on their 2022 voyages. Now, alternatively, guests can also choose a future cruise credit or an FCC equivalent to 100% of the cruise fare paid plus an additional non-refundable bonus, FCC equal to 10% of the cruise fare paid, or a full refund or the original form of payment. Now, Regal Princess is due to be home ported in Southampton later this year. The new itineraries include the following. Please pay attention because these are new itineraries and they're pretty exciting. So to begin with, you have a 12-night Canary Islands cruise calling at Vigo, Madeira, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lanzarote and Lisbon. This particular cruise for 12 nights departs on 18th September 2021. Moving on to the next. This cruise will depart in the end of September, which is September 30th, 2021. And it's going to be a 7-night cruise, including Spain and France, with callings and ports of call at La Rochelle, Bilbao, La Coruña, Guernsey, which is a St. Peter's port, and lastly, which is basically a 5-night cruise. This cruise is going to depart on the 7th October 2021. It departs from Belgium and Netherlands. It's a sampler cruise is what they call, calling at Zeebrugge, Rotterdam, Guernsey, which again St. Peter's port, and that will be all from Princess Cruises. Let's move on to number 9. At number 9 we have Aurora Expeditions. Okay, Aurora Expeditions has dedicated their newest ship, which is the Sylvia Earle, to renowned women. Now Aurora Expeditions has announced that it will be dedicating its new expedition ship, the Sylvia Earle, to 5 of the world's leading female conservationists. The new purpose-built ship Sylvia Earle, launching in November 2021, is named after renowned marine biologist, oceanographer and explorer Dr. Sylvia Earle. Each of the vessel's public decks will bear the names of other pioneering female conservationists. These names include Dr. Carden Wallace, Joanna Ruxton, Sharon Walk, and Bernadette Dementeef, along with a deck which is dedicated to Dr. Earle herself. Female scientists are leading the way in global conservation initiatives, and we want to honor these 5 extraordinary women who work tirelessly to make the world a better place. These were the words of CEO of Aurora Expeditions, Monique Ponfort. Moving on to number 10, we have cruise passengers count for 2022, which is an estimated 31.7 million people. Now, this is a huge estimate considering the fact of the recent lockdown. Let's have a look at it. Now, an estimated 5.7 million passengers, mostly before the industry shut down, happened to cruise onboard cruise ships across the world. Compared to 27.8 million in 2019, cruise lines will have the capacity to carry 31.7 million passengers in 2022 and growing that to 38.7 million by 2027. Now, these projections are based on ship deployments and the 105 strong order book scheduled for deliveries through 2027. So they obviously include not only the upcoming ships in the coming 2 years, but they include ships which are scheduled to be constructed or start construction and be completed through 2027. The prevalence of COVID-19 will be a key factor in determining whether the industry can resume full service. However, that prevalence will in turn be impacted by the rate of containment and vaccinations, not only in the passenger source markets but also in destinations on a global scale. 2019 full year of service saw more than 60% of the cruise industry's capacity concentrated in the Caribbean, Mediterranean, and Northern Europe. This is an interesting fact to note of if especially you are one of those who are looking to cruise for the first time and haven't cruised before. It would be an exciting opportunity to consider going on a short cruise to begin with, especially given the fact that almost all the cruise companies which will be following very stringent COVID protocols. Once you do get a taste of how cruising is, you definitely would like it, and then you can move on to longer cruises. Let's move on to number 11. At number 11 we have Holland America Line and Princess Cruises, which have committed to Alaska land programs. Now, this is exciting news considering the fact that there was a recent ban. So according to a press release, Holland America Line and Princess Cruises will offer vacations in Alaska this summer through Grey Line Alaska, Princess Alaska Lodges, and Holland America Line's Westmark hotels, thus giving travelers a combination of tours, lodging, and sightseeing options on land. Dave McLaughlin, Vice President Tour Operations, said that we love that we get to share it with visitors from all over the world. We are committed to helping locals and visitors alike experience all the best parts of Alaska in a safe way. For the last year, many people stayed close to home. So this summer, we are able to reopen some of these land offerings, and we are more than ready to welcome visitors back through our doors. Now, among the highlights for escorted tours will be the full 8-hour Tundra Wilderness Tour at Denali, where guests have opportunities to see the big 5: grizzly bears, wolves, moose, caribou, and Dall sheep. Other included tours are the Portage Glacier Cruise near Anchorage and Riverboat Discovery Excursion in Fairbanks. In addition, optional tours such as flight seeing around the mountain, river rafting, and more will be available to book at each hotel property. And with that, we conclude our cruise news update for today. Please do share your comments down below. Let me know how you found this cruise news update. A subscribe would really be appreciated. Thank you so much. Until next time.